When it comes to AI investing, timing is absolutely everything. And the Japanese giant SoftBank, they just made a move that has the entire tech world buzzing. They completely cashed out of one of AI's biggest, hottest winners, NVIDIA. Why would one of the planet's most aggressive tech investors just walk away from a golden goose? The answer is more ambitious than you think.
Okay, so something huge just happened. Literally, right over our heads. We're talking about a new record, a brand new rocket, and a sign that a whole new kind of space race is, well, it's heating up and fast. Let's get into it. 72. Yeah, just a number, right? Well, not really. In the world of spaceflight, especially in 2025, this number, it's a massive deal. It's a new national record for one of the biggest players in the game.
Yep, you heard that right. On November 10th, China sent up its 72nd orbital mission for the year. That smashed its old record from 2024. And get this, they did it with almost 2 whole months left to go. But here's the thing. The record itself isn't even the biggest part of the story. The real question is, why? Why are they launching so many rockets so incredibly fast?
So this wasn't just some celebratory, hey, we broke a record kind of launch. Nope. It was another piece, another really important piece of this giant puzzle that China's putting together up in low Earth orbit.
See, that rocket was carrying the next part of a project that is, and I mean this, absolutely central to their global ambitions. So what exactly is this thing they're building?
It's a project called Guowang that basically translates to National Network. And it is exactly what it sounds like, a state-owned, state-operated mega constellation of internet satellites. You can kind of think of it as their government-backed answer for providing internet from space. Right now, the focus is on China, sure, but the plan is for total global coverage.
Okay, so with that latest launch, the number of Guowang satellites up there is now 104. Not bad, right? A respectable start. But hold on. Let's look at where they're going with this. 13,000. Let that sink in. They're planning for around 13,000 satellites. So right now they're at 104 out of a planned 13,000. This just shows you how massive this ambition is and how early we are in the game. And that is why that record-breaking launch pace is so important for them. They've got a long way to go.
Now, of course, China isn't the only one doing this. They're not building this thing in a vacuum. Guowang is really a direct response to another even bigger constellation out there, and that's what puts this whole thing into a truly global context.
Let's zoom out for a second for some perspective. China's 72 launches, a huge national record for them, for sure. But the US is still launching way more often. We're talking over 150 missions this year alone. And what's wild is that the huge majority of those launches, they're not from the government. They're from one private company. SpaceX.
And that brings us to the head-to-head comparison, right? On one side, you've got China's Guowang, state-owned, just over 100 satellites up, shooting for 13,000. On the other side, you have Starlink in the US, a totally private company, SpaceX, that already has more than 7,000 satellites flying. It really is the classic showdown, a state-run powerhouse versus a private sector disruptor, both racing to control the internet from the sky. Okay, so that's the what and the why. Now for the how. How is China pulling off this crazy new launch speed? Well, the answer is a mix of things. It's state muscle, it's a growing private industry, and it's some seriously impressive new hardware.
You still got the state-owned giants, of course. They're the backbone of the whole operation. But what's new is we're seeing this explosion of launches from private Chinese companies too. It's creating this kind of hybrid model that's all about one thing, speed. But to get those bigger, beefier satellites for the network into orbit, you're going to need a bigger rocket.
And this is it, the Long March 12. This rocket is a total game changer for their program. The key innovation, the secret sauce, is its diameter. It's 3.8 meters wide. Now, that might not sound like a huge deal, but China has been stuck with a 3.35 meter standard since the 1960s. For the first time, they've broken out of that. That little bit of extra width means it can carry a way heavier payload. We're talking 12 tons to low Earth orbit. That makes it their most powerful rocket in its class. And what does more power mean? It means more satellites on every single launch.
So, okay, we've got a new record, we've got rapidly advancing tech. Where is all this headed? What does this actually mean for the future of space?
Here's the bottom line. What we're watching right now is a new space race kicking into high gear. This isn't about planting a flag on the moon like the old days. No. This is a strategic fight to build and control the most important infrastructure of the 21st century, global communications in low Earth orbit. And believe me, whoever wins that race is going to have huge economic and geopolitical power down here on Earth.
And all of this leaves us with one really critical question. As all these countries and companies keep launching thousands upon thousands of new satellites, crowding up what is already a pretty busy orbital highway, who's in charge? Who gets to write the traffic laws? Who sets the rules of the road for space? That right there is the question that's going to define this next chapter for all of us.
So, at the end of the day, this move is not a retreat, it's a proactive, calculated reorientation. SoftBank is making an all-in bet that they can achieve nothing less than total dominance in the next era of technology. Which leaves us with one last massive question. Is SoftBank so far ahead of the curve that they are literally writing the next chapter of AI themselves? Or is this trillion-dollar gamble a bet so enormous that if it goes wrong, it could tear the final page right out of their own story? Only time will tell.